The Battle of the Power Patrons reaches its final conclusion. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. We have what appears to be the last of the lore here for the Power Patrons, and we are starting off here with a new Elf Note Synchro. We kind of had a feeling that, Elf Notes would have to get something to kind of bring them in close. I actually thought it'd be like a level 7, but I'll take a level 10. So this is a level 10 with 3100 attack and 1800 defense, and it's a tuner plus a spellcaster non-tuner monster to make it, which isn't too bad. So you can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. So neither player can declare attacks with monsters not in the center main monster zone while this card is in the center main monster zone. I love cards that floodgate me out of advancing in the game state. And during the main phase, if this card is in the center main monster zone, we can quick effect return it to the extra deck and special summon up to one Elf Note monster each from your hand, deck, and or graveyard. We've seen that condition before. Anybody remember the rocket monster that has the ability to kind of beam on out additional monsters? Kind of setting up, because that's exactly what this feels like. It's a walking, talking floodgate. It gives you the ability to resummon back a bunch of resources, which I think this card is actually just fire for the deck. So victory number 1. Now we also have the Power Patron Envoy of Pure Prayers. And this is just on a link to with a whole whopping 300 attack points. Now you're probably like, huh? Yeah. So this is 2 non-link monsters to make it. So you can use 2 normal monsters actually to make this. So you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. So if this card is link summoned and you have a Power Patron monster in your graveyard, you can add a theorize card from your deck to your hand. Anybody realize that this is just going to be like Lib, where you needed, in order to summon it, you needed the World Legacy card down? It's kind of what it feels like. And then during the main phase, if you control another Dark Fairy monster, you can quick effect after this effect resolves link summon using materials you control, including this card. So you get the ability to bump into something else as long as you have another Dark Fairy monster up and running. I'm wondering, if there's another way to exploit this card, but it is another Power Patron down for you to be able to use in link form. So I kind of appreciate that, actually. So definitely both of these cards feel really, really strong as additions to the strategy. Now, don't worry, we have the dead-end Power Patron realm, Viraya. There's a lot going on in this lore, but as you can tell, the whole squad's kind of coming up front and center here to kind of challenge the, creature here. So this is going to be a quick play spell card, and I can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. So we can show a Nerva, Jupiter, and a Junora, the Power Patron attuning from the extra deck, face up on the field and our graveyard, and if you do, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to the activation of your Power Patron monster effects this turn. Oh boy, a card that jams my opponent out of responding to me. Say no more. And if you would banish the top card or cards of your deck to activate the effect of a Power Patron monster you control, we can banish this card from your graveyard instead. Pretty simplistic card. It does have Power Patron in the name, which is actually kind of nice if you want access to jamming your opponent out of responding to your stuff, which I don't necessarily think is too crazy, but it's definitely a good support card. Now we have the Apastoral, theorize, and is this the Pokemon scenario where we've just been in a coma, but it's actually just a dream this entire time? So Pastoral realize. So you can only use one of the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn, and only once that turn. So if you control an Archmage, Doomsday, or Elf Note card, we can special summon a Medius the Pure from the hand or deck. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects when it is summoned. It stinks that you have to have one of the 3 of them up, but it is a free extra 3 copies of Medius the Pure in those decks. And we can also banish this card from the graveyard to target a fusion, synchro, exceeds monster in your graveyard, and special summon it to a zone a link monster points to. The fact that, you know, you can't use that effect in the same turn is actually very, very, very fair. Because could you imagine a world where you bing out your combo piece off of Medius, do combo up, and then you're like, all right, hold up here, now let me banish this to get the monster I just brought back onto the field. Like, it would have been a little bit too devastating to allow that to actually work that way. And then we have the Power Patron Shadow of, what is this? Shadow of the End Times. Yeah, this is just us kablasting something here. So you can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. So we can special summon a Power Patron monster from the hand, face-up extra deck, or graveyard, and then you can apply these effects in sequence based on the monster card types, fusion, synchro, or exceed, that you control. So if it's 1+, we can banish the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck face down. 2+, we can banish 1 card your opponent controls face down. Or 3, we can banish 1 random card from your opponent's hand face down. None of this card states until the, that card is until the end of the turn. It's just a full blank wipe for the rest of, the game. That's crazy. Oh, Elf Note's Quattree of Succession. Huh, well, somebody's not making it through the lore here, it seems. So this is a continuous trap card. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. The monster in your center main monster zone cannot be banished by your opponent's card effects. You can send 1 other spell or trap card from your hand or field to the graveyard and declare a level 1 to 4, and special summon an Elf Note Seraphim token, plant, tuner, fire, attack 0, defense 0 with that level. But you cannot special summon from the extra deck while that token is on the field except for Elf Note monsters. That's actually kind of crazy, because you can continuously set up that token and kind of keep rotating on through, additional combo. But interesting. These cards are pretty strong. Now, I mean, there is a chance we have a card of the day today in the morning that might be another piece of this lore, because they've done that before. But I am curious to see where this is going to branch out and kind of go from here, because this whole lore is some very interesting stuff. So please, leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.